there's you, uh, Silius.
It's an exotic name.
What do you do for the ship? How do you know these people?
Wait, so we have. Wait, we have. Who was Korak as some muscle?
Quark is the muscle. You
We
could
have
be
more
more
than one
muscle,
muscle.
honestly. Yeah.
You
I,
can
I
never
would
have
be
too much
muscle.
muscle.
I would be muscle.
Okay.
My
Uh,
kind of man.
and how things work is well, I guess Tom, what is your trade? Yeah.
Here's how it works. So we take up normal shipping jobs, right? Legitimate business. But, on the side, occasionally when things comes up, if maybe someone needs to get something less than illegal to somewhere without some people knowing, we do it. We also, we'll find odd jobs and ends that require like transportation of passengers or whatever. We make money. We do it on the water.
Cool. So, in the middle of one of your trips to, we won't say Esterhold, to one of the smaller, like, baby cities, or baby towns, rather, not really a city. There is a shipment of, we're not going to say skooma. What do we want to say? Mm. I mean, at this point, opium is kind of legal, would it be? Maybe it might
It's not
be.
illegal.
It's not illegal. You were asked to trade or transfer some. I know. Some magical artifacts that you aren't told the great details of, but you were paid enough money to keep it hush and move it. And you were met with a a royal ship on the way. And as much as you tried to hail to them and like, not no combat. I don't know. It's not a white flag, obviously. That's surrender, but see, I don't know ship terms too well myself. But when you basically were trying to say that you had grounds to actually transfer these things, they just opened fire on you.
Broke the parlay.
Broke the parlay. There you go. And went after you guys. And after a long and arduous battle, you seemed to get the upper hand, and the ship went on a crash course with yours, with the commissioner. And both of them started sinking. The four of you managed to run into one of the other deckhands, who maybe we haven't introduced ourselves yet, and we can do that on the boat. But the deckhand managed to help you guys find one of the escape rowboats, put it down, get on it, and leave.
Thanks, Mr.
And in the
Deckhand.
back, he would have been one of the deckhands of the royal ship, in this case. And so as you're rowing away in this sea, you just see fire and some explosions, because we'll assume you have some gunpowder, or at least one of them did. Like just carnage. These two ships are going down and sinking as people are jumping off boat, getting blasted to bits.
Nice.
Had gunpowder.
Wreckage everywhere as you sail.
I'm just gonna be fumbling with my maps, trying to figure out where we're going, or where we are.
Well, that sucked.
What do you mean that sucked? Are we starting or what?
Yeah,
I was
I
starting.
mean-
I was starting.
What do you mean that sucked? My ship!
Hey, I've been with you. Yeah. Yeah, it did. Like, what are we doing? I don't know what are we gonna do now?
I'm
Well,
just gonna
let's just
watch my
float
ship.
for a little bit.
Where are we?
boy.
I'm looking at Lewis. Where are we?
We're in the middle of the sea, heading due this way.
Never even got to
So wait, do I know where we are?
You know, when you were working over your way from one of the smaller islands of Usco, which is here.
Okay.
You were working your way over towards the squid-looking formation
The squid-looking formation?
to Philip, which is a town on the coast, right here,
Oh, I see. Okay.
opposite of Esco.
Squid-looking formation. So we're
However-
like somewhere in between, like here-ish.
Somewhat. You figured you were actually pretty close, like maybe half a day's travel,
Oh, okay.
but it was what was it? What's the word for it? Home stretch.
Right.
However, you're not entirely sure what direction you're going. Well, I mean, I guess you could. Why don't you roll me a survival check? I guess that's how either that or determining the direction you're going on the sea. I'm trying to think about.
Well, I have some weird bonuses. I get
That's
a +4 to avoid being lost, and then I get a +2 to navigate above ground. So should I do +8?
It sounds like you're trying not to get lost in the Darkwood Forest again.
That could
Well,
be true.
I mean, I have a compass and all that stuff.
Okay, so I mean, I guess. No, you don't even need to make a check for me then. Like, I think it would be high enough that you could just figure it out. The wind is blowing to the west, to the northwest.
Nice.
And you find yourself drifting in that direction.
Oh,
That's
who's the
where-
tallest one here?
Why
I
don't we
figured
figure it
it
out?
was Jackson's character. I'm
I'm
still
6'.
5'8".
I'm 6'4".
6'4". Jesus.
Big man.
Does,
Wow. That works.
I'll look along the crew and I'll say, does anyone have a bedroll?
Yeah, I did have a bedroll. It's over there, and then I'll point at the sinking ship.
Does anyone have a bedroll on their person?
No, they didn't even give me a bedroll.
Well,
Larry,
here's
hang
what
for a
I'm
second.
thinking. Korak, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
if you
Korak.
stand up in the middle of the ship and put your arms out, we could tie something around you and make a sail. And that should get us towards Esterhold in about half the amount of time as it normally would take.
Try it. I'm not moving.
Well, I don't have anything. Let's see.
That's not happening.
Wasn't
mean-
there paddles that came with the rowboat?
You'd think.
Yeah, you guys do actually have a couple paddles that are sitting in between all of you.
Oh, okay.
That I figured you would have been using when you were escaping. From
I'll just kind of
I'll
look in between Korak and the paddles and kind
Grab
of just...
another paddle and give it to Lewis. Like, put it in his hand.
I mean, it's cool if you guys don't want to row away from the sinking ship. You can just get taken under it.
No,
and
I
have a
think
conversation.
I'll paddle. I'll volunteer to paddle.
You don't have a
Seeing
choice.
as
I
it's my
just-
job
I just
and all.
Put one in your hand. You're paddling.
Okay.
And it's
All right,
correct,
roll me
isn't
strength checks to make sure you guys go in circles. No, I'm kidding.
Hey.
Oh my god. Wait, where?
Want me to do it too?
it? Salius, get
So-
on,
No.
get on his side,
Oh.
help him out.
I'm a little more brains than I am,
I'll
bro.
just sit disdainfully at the back of the boat.
Yeah.
I don't even know why we have you on this boat yet. Although,
Well, it is technically my boat. I stole it from them, and
stole it, really. That might change things.
Oh, maybe we should call you the captain then.
I will say I've done some changes to this map. That's not entirely relevant. How far? Like, it's not 600 miles. You guys are
Okay.
It's like we're gonna die.
Great first session, guys.
Time to reroll.
roll encounter tables in the ocean, and you just fight a giant octopus. We can do this on a little fucking rowboat.
oh fuck, great.
I'll drive us closer. I want to swing at it with my fist.
All right, let's keep going to land. Let's keep going to land.
Okay.
Oh, you guys seem awfully better than the crew I was with.
I'm gonna cast no direction just so that I'm 100% that I know where I'm going, and then just continue rowing.
You find yourself you're continuing to row. The direction that the ocean or well, not the ocean, but the sea is pushing you, is in fact north. So as you guys are trying to work your way towards what you assume would be the town of Bilibin, you get pushed further north. And maybe after 4 or 5 hours of rocking the sea, getting pushed around, you come across. Yeah, it's fine. Because this is supposed to be an intro session anyway. You, after 4 or 5 hours of rowing, you get pushed onto land.
Land ho, boys.
Real helpful. Thank you.
Finally.
Getting off the boat, stretching my legs a little bit.
Is there like any indication of life in any direction from where we are?
It's actually kind of hard to tell. You're looking up on the beach that you're on, and there are hills that are actually kind of blocking your sight.
What's the terrain like? Is it more like foresty jungle or sand?
It's actually more so sand. This kind of reminds you of what you would see on kind of an ocean front,
Mm-hmm.
and since it's sand going both directions as far as you can see. Like it's actually quite beautiful and clear, but this just extends out for very, very long ways. And as you look back, you can see that there are rocks where typically the sea actually pushes up even further, but it seems to have kind of receded since then. So you just have this kind of scoop, if you understand what I'm saying.
I think I do. I want to use my dust of dryness and just gather water, and then I'll pull the boat onto land just so that we still have it.
Okay.
Oh, thank you for holding on to my ship.
Oh, so should I be calling you captain as well, Mr. Whatever your name is?
You can call me Fan.
All right.
Well, Fan, it's a fine ship. It's only right that you name it, right?
Let's call it the SS Curse to Royals.
Curse to Royals?
Yes. Death to Royals.
Death Royals.
Death to Royals.
Death to Royals.
I feel it's only appropriate.
I think I may have misjudged you. I think we might get along a little bit better than initially.
What's your name?
Korak the Strong. You can call
Is
me
that
Korak.
self-titled?
You could call me Korak.
I think I would prefer Korak. What about your guys? What's your names?
I'm Lewis. Just Lewis.
Just Lewis? Okay.
Call
Seems
him
easy
that.
to remember.
And I am Captain Thatch of the former commissioner.
We need to find another.
So that was your ship.
That was my
Wow.
ship. Why did you people attack it?
You know, they had me locked down there, downstairs, so they don't fill me on those things.
Do you want the rundown for why you were locked down?
Yeah. So
Okay.
okay, yeah, go ahead.
You were saying you more so did things for yourself, and as far as like a coolie goes, like that was probably pissing them off. And as you saw things like more efficiently, and you tried to do it, it's basically insubordination. And at one point, you went past too many warnings, and being maybe as stubborn as you could be. Eventually, they just got frustrated with you and didn't know what to do with you, so they threw you down in a cell.
Yeah, let's say their captain didn't exactly agree with me, so they just kind of threw me down there.
Well, as long as you weren't firing upon me. Like, I'm a little distraught right now, alright? I think understandably, but,
Yeah, they were going crazy. What were you doing exactly?
we were doing nothing wrong. We were just transporting some common items. Oh, shit. Then I wanna look to like my crew and be like, we probably should avoid telling people that we're alive for the time being because I don't know if you knew, but we might have had a few magical items that are less than legal in our cargo. And I don't know what would happen if we went into town saying, hey, we're alive, and suddenly the people we were hired to deliver these specialty goods for find out that we failed to deliver their specialty goods. And not only that, but now they're at the bottom of the ocean.
Right, stealth, my specialty.
Yeah, worry not, Captain. I've had to lay low before.
So maybe we just don't go around saying that we are who we are for the time being.
Wait, Lewis, any idea where which direction we should go in to find the town?
Well, as far as the ocean's concerned, we're just gonna keep getting pushed north. So looks like we should just explore where we're at now. There might be something around the area.
Looking at Captain Patch.
Well, how much daylight do we have left, Mr. DM?
So you look up, and the sun is about midway in the sky. It's about noon, midday. You made good time.
Well, seeing as none of us have anything else to do, why don't we all just, check this place out?
Works for me.
All right.
Let's go. I have no idea where we are right now.
While we're kind of walking around, I'm gonna take out my journal and attempt to, draw just maps of the area and just keep a log date of everything that's going on.
I'm taking
Sure,
out my great
sure.
axe and just kind of like practice swinging it around, being as careful as I can not to hit anybody, just because I haven't been in a fight. in a while.
Well, I'd assume that the last fight you were on was on a boat, and as many people as you both, you and Lewis, brought down.
Oh, I mean,
I do have a quick question about the size of your crew and the size of your ship. How many people did you have?
I'm going to say, maybe 20 people man the ship in all, but then
Okay.
got the captain and the navigator and his hired muscle is like the head of the ship.
Yeah.
And then everyone else is just they can come and go, working as they please, but they're general crewmen.
Sure. Okay. So it wasn't actually a very large boat, was it?
No, it was small, but it was fast, and that's why it was good.
Well, because I have a list of ships here. I guess it'd be referred to as a sailing ship. There we go. How's that sound?
Yeah, that's good.
And actually, what you would run up against was a warship, a much larger vessel, and it seems like it was and despite you guys actually getting very, very close to taking it down, it was just a numbers thing.
So you said
And-
that this ship rammed us. So this ship, 3 times our size, just
The way I imagine it going down is we were kiting it and shooting it with our cannons and all that, but then eventually the man of war just bashed right into us and
Yeah.
just the
Yeah.
weight of it crumpled our ship.
Well, it's actually not it's not much larger than you guys, I should point out. It is definitely larger, but I can use this in terms of reference. We're gonna go back to this thing. So,
Oh.
at least the way Pathfinder describes it, your sailboat, well, not a sailboat, what is it? Sailing ship, there we go. Your sailing ship. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna do this. The space that it occupies, I need to reverse so I can actually see all this.
It's a 5
Occupies about. Nope, no. But it occupies this much space.
nice.
And the warship that you guys went up against occupies. No, not a carrier. I'm not doing fucking.
It's on it.
It's like civilization.
Seriously. I put in warship, and this is what I get. This is fun.
What the hell?
Oh boy.
TIE fighter.
No, it's not a TIE fighter, it's a warship.
It's a
Try
warship.
Try galleon.
Okay, galleon. That's a good.
Get a yacht.
A yacht.
Oh, frigate.
Ah, okay. Frigate. Frigate would definitely work. Hey, here we go. No.
Nice.
Goes 1, 2, 3.
Oh, that's the Warcraft. Oh no, I thought this was a Warcraft 2 one for a moment. It looked like it.
It's about this size compared to your ship. And so yeah, you definitely have the smaller ship, and like, you were definitely kiting it out. Their aim wasn't so good. You definitely had the experience on it, and eventually maybe it was a quote unquote reckless maneuver. You got too close to it, and it rammed you. This is actually really cool. I may need to use this for future reference. This is a good icon for the ship.
Accurate representation
Okay,
of our
that's
ship.
how the ship went down.
It just flopped on its side.
Or like, there we go. Yes.
There you go.
Yes. Yeah. Cool. Cool. Very cool. But like I said, it's actually not. It wasn't like 3 times as big as you guys. Like if it,
It was
like
just
it was
bigger.
obviously bigger.
Yeah,
But
I got you.
So
Okay.
we're exploring, trying to find something.
you guys
Yes.
are exploring, and I had some music. So give me 1 moment, please. I meant to actually load this up sooner. I kind of forgot.
Um,
If you guys want to keep talking, feel free.
oh, okay, yeah, I figured. So, Captain, how you holding up? You look a little distraught over there.
All I have to my name now is my quiver and whatever I could shove into my backpack.
Well, here's a little something that should help ease the pain. And, I'm gonna hand you a little bottle.
Is there anything in the bottle?
Yeah, it's this nice amber liquid.
What is this?
Well, I'm
Drink
not
it.
much of a drinker myself, but I have acquired some fine liqueurs. I've been saving this for a special occasion, but I think you need it more than I do right now.
Okay, I'm gonna pop the cork or whatever and take a sip of it. Am I dead?
Yeah, you take 10d6 damage. No, it's 80 proof brandy, so it's 40% alcohol.
I'm just, don't really say anything, but I hold on to it, occasionally sipping it as we walk. Just going through it.
Alright, cool. I'm just gonna read what you guys. Not many people. Oh yeah.
Find him a room next town we find.
So, what direction do you guys go? You have 2 options. You can go, well, 3: west, northwest, or north.
Gonna follow the navigator.
Let's go northwest.
All right, you guys are going northwest.
The lesser of 3 evils.
The lesser, that is true. Yeah, I'm gonna, because I was really, what's the word for it? Ambitious when I was looking at this map. I was like, I want to make it as big as the Earth. It's gonna be smaller. Very soon.
Who's
So you guys go
snacking?
northwest for about 5 hours.
Oh,
And eventually, you come across a couple of farms.
interesting.
So you guys
there
are kinda-
people on the farms, or is it just like farmland?
You do actually see it is farmland, and you get to a point where you actually do run into a couple people working on the land.
Ahoy!
I put my axe back away on my back.
One of them kind of looks to you. The other one's about like 150 feet off the distance. He goes, "Ahoy! Well, what kind of part are you from?"
Well, we're just travelers coming through. We were wondering if you knew where the nearest town would be, somewhere where we could rest our feet.
Nearest town? Well, I reckon that there aren't too many places around here thought I'd actually have you folk, and he's kind of looking around. You might scare some people off too. I'm not gonna. I'm not. You're not looking for any trouble, are you?
No trouble at all.
He kind of eyes you guys up and down. Says, well, I reckon the Murphys will be able to take you in if you follow the road down a little bit, to the southwest there, and he points off to the southwest down a trail. We got a blacksmith and a family who like to say they talk to them city folk, so we get paid and can make a living. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know what you mean.
Oh.
Well, thank you for the information. We'll be on our way. A little something for your time, and I'll flip him a couple gold coins.
A couple.
Yeah, like 2, like a couple.
So you flip them. He definitely doesn't catch either of them. And the very sight of gold from him kind of like sets him off, and he goes, "Dad, got it, Connor! Get over here! This man just threw some gold," and he's like sifting through.
I'll leave him to his devices.
I'm just smirking a little laugh.
This poor man.
I think he appreciates the trouble anyway. So you guys continue down this trail to a smaller town. It's kind of like a smaller crossroads. At the center of it, you see like this big. It isn't quite like a saloon, but it kind of looks like one. It's like at the cross of town. It's the biggest one. It's got some rooms in it. It looks like rather like on a second floor, and then a couple other buildings around it.
Very well. Oh, nice.
Shit. There we go.
Well, finally.
Are there any trees or anything nearby, like just on the outskirts of where we're at?
There are a couple. Yeah, it's mostly flatland, to be completely honest. And
Okay.
this doesn't seem like a town that would really like go for the full industrialization, destroying all these trees. So yeah,
Yeah.
Tap.
Sorry, that's my dog.
Okay, so I'll look at the crew and say, well, if you guys want to nestle in for the night, I think I'd rather stay out here.
You want to sleep outside?
I'll just give you a curt nod.
Why?
Oh, I enjoy the breeze. Feel staying indoors, I get a little claustrophobic.
Really?
I'd
Yes.
imagine this wouldn't be anything too strange for you guys because he would have done this in the past. Like maybe when you met him in the city, he never really stayed at like a tavern or anything, or an inn.
All right, well, whatever.
Would
I'll
that
take
be
you
true?
inside.
Yeah, that would be true.
See you, Lewis.
And I'll look at them and say, if you guys hear the sound of my horn, just know that I'm calling for you.
What does your horn sound like?
No,
Can you do
I'll
that
pull out.
again?
I'm gonna pull out a signal horn and just play like a small kind of note for them, so they know.
I'm
what it
already
sounds
gone. I'm going in to look for the drink. I'm already gone.
like. Throwing axes over something. Yeah, I mean, I'll just I'll set up my hammock and kind of just relax and enjoy the rest of the day.
Yeah, I'll follow Korak in.
Cool.
I just
All right.
shake my head as I hear the horn.
So the four
He
of
does
you,
that a lot.
go into this small. Well, it's not really small. It's like like I said, set up kind of like a
I'll
saloon.
be right back.
Something to drink in there somewhere.
And there are a couple tables set up, but it's kind of actually no, it would be bigger than I'm thinking of. Couple tables set up. There's like a long wooden bar with the barkeep sitting at the head of one of it, or the head of the other end, opposite from where the door is. He seems to be flipping through, reading something. He hasn't noticed you guys walk in. You look up and you see kind of like railing and some doors.
Right.
And this barkeep is still reading as you.
Let me go sit down. If there's a place to sit down at the bar, like semi close to him. Just
Like stools?
Hoping that he notices me. Yeah, like stools.
Yeah, there's some stools.
Yeah, so
I
He's
kind of
still-
pull a stool abruptly and
I'm gonna
sit
sit
down,
down like right in front of him.
pop my hands on the table.
I'll sit
How
next
loud?
to Korak.
I will sit there too.
He's still reading through his book.
I sat down right in front of him. You didn't notice?
No, he didn't.
Oi.
Ah, shit, what did I roll? Perfect. Yeah. Okay. Cool. No, he's still reading his book. I think you go, "Oi," and you just hear as he flips the page.
You have anything to drink in here or not? I say that loud, like trying to get his attention still.
I hope so.
He's still continuing to read.
Did that actually come through on my mic? Probably not.
Yeah, it did. It did. No, it did. I heard you.
He's just still reading.
What the fuck is wrong with this guy? I turn to look at Silius. How do you say your name?
Silius, yeah.
Silius. Yeah. I turn to look at you like, what is wrong with this guy?
Do you want to arm wrestle?
I'd like a drink first, but then yeah, totally.
I'm just gonna keep sipping the little mug that I have.
I
Alright,
pull out
fuck it,
10
let's-
gold pieces and I slam it on the bar with my hand.
How hard
Excuse
do you
me.
try?
Like about say as hard as you can, but in half. Like, and you hear like the jingle of the coins.
Okay. The moment, okay, so you do it not as hard as you can because you think you'd break the table, but a pretty loud whack, and probably as you're walking away, Lewis, you just hear crack, and the barkeep just kind of looks up for a moment, just very plaintively, and goes, "Oh, guests, I'm so sorry. How long have you been here?"
Too long. Got anything
3
to drink?
days.
Got anything to
I'm
drink?
sorry. What did you say?
Don't listen
Too
to
long
that.
Sorry,
already.
I'm really hard of hearing. I can't. Let me set you up with some ale. And
Take out the
kind
gold
of.
coin and mime a drinking motion to my face. And then look at him.
He snaps his fingers. Got it. And he starts walking over to one of the larger barrels.
So, arm wrestle?
Yeah.
Alright, let's do it.
You're gonna arm wrestle in here.
Yeah, just let's sit. I sit down at the table. Just like nearest table.
Sure. I go to said table.
All right. Well, we'll do a series of strength checks. There's the middle motion, and then there's the losing motion. So you have 2 chances. So
Okay.
both of you give me strength checks.
All right, I'll just stare at the bar and I'll look
Oh.
back every now and then.
He's winning by a large margin.
Ah!
Oh
Whack!
no! So yeah, that pretty disappointingly defeated.
Rematch.
Two out of 3? Let me go grab my drink first.
I
No,
think
no,
by
no, 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 no. Rematch.
Loser buys the other one around.
Sure.
Alright.
What's happened there, Silius?
Oh my god.
One more.
So
You still owe me a drink though.
yeah, at
I
this
think
point, I was trying to. I would try to walk back in after I hear a slam. By the way, so like I don't know if I see this, but
Okay, yeah, I think you open up the doors and the barkeep is still walking over to the drinks or to get the ale out of the barrel as Silius has lost not once but twice in an arm wrestle.
One more time?
One more.
One more round on the line?
Winner takes all.
Done.
What?
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Oh my
That's,
god!
that's why they call him Korak the Strong.
He's adjusted finally to Korak's method of leverage. It finally seems to get a little bit of headway, and then just very disappointingly on the
So
table.
that's 3 rounds,
It's
right?
like
Wow.
Fnatic versus SKT.
Yep. And
I
so,
slap-
I kind of just pat him on the shoulder. Next time.
I slap a gold coin on the table for him.
okay.
Good man. Man of the
Um,
man.
I think like he has maybe 1, 2. Did you get a drink, Tom? Or sorry.
No, I've got my thing that Mike's character gave me, whatever it is.
Brandy.
Brandy.
So he comes over with the 2 drinks. Or did you get something too, fam?
Mhm.
Okay, cool. So
Yeah,
3.
same guy. Yeah.
And as he picks up the coins, his eyes kind of go wide, and he says, "Gold? I don't have that much change to." He's kind of
Someone tell him to get 3 more rounds for us and not worry about the change. I don't really want to deal with it.
30. Did you say 30? I mean, I wouldn't have to change at that point, but
I look at everyone else.
I just I just look him in the eye
let's
and say,
go.
5 each, let's go.
all right. So
I'll pass on the extra drinks. We'll work it out.
so
That's
I
just
think
it.
the ale per cup is 3 copper.
Oh boy.
And that's why like he's looking at you all trying to figure out how to sort out change because he actually doesn't have that much money. But
I'd kind of push myself behind the counter and say, "Don't worry, I got their change."
well, hey there, friend, what you doing over there? And he at that point he starts running over to you, Lewis, with drinks in hand.
I
And
don't
so
want to actually.
he's like maybe like 3 feet away from putting it down, and then completely runs over.
I don't want to actually yell just because like I'm in a house, but like I would yell like, "Don't worry about change," just at him loud as I can.
Call to him. Do you have room?
This fucking guy.
Do you have room, sir?
Well, he actually like completely ignored because Lewis was going behind the counter, weren't you?
Okay, yeah, if he's running at me, I'd be like, okay. And I just kind of stop.
I mean, I yelled at him as he's running behind the counter. I don't know if he hears me or not. Like that.
Well, let's find out. No, he totally doesn't. And so he's just running at Lewis.
I roll my eyes.
And he gets to Lewis and he says, "Sir, you can't be back here. You don't work here. This is."
All right,
I'm gonna-
all right. I'll just take one of the drinks out of his hand and sit down with everyone else.
That's not your drink. As you kind of take it out of. And he goes back and he starts pouring another one. And he looks at all. You guys have put like at this point what 4 or 5 gold on the table.
Just like amassing a stash.
So I don't want to deal with change from this guy. So someone make sure doesn't give us a bunch of silver or some shit.
We'll just take drinks. He offered 30, right?
I'm cool with that part.
Let's just do room instead. There has to be a room here, right?
Yeah.
I know he heard me.
I'll look at the bartender, and I'll kind of I'll clap my hands together and put them next to my head, and like do the little nap thing.
Room, yeah, room.
Give him a thumbs up.
Costs 3 silver per person.
That's all. Well, let's just take the room as my change. How does that sound?
Take the change as your room. I'm sorry, friend. I can't hear that well. You have
Jesus
to speak up.
I'm gonna flip him 2 gold and just be like, double thumbs up.
No change. Give room.
Oh, okay. And he starts nodding, and
Just going back to drinking at this point. Like drinking probably pretty quickly because this guy is really frustrating to deal with.
Is there anyone else inside? Is it just us right now?
it's just you guys at the moment. How long do you guys stay out down in like the main area and drink?
Until we run out of drinks.
Yeah, basically until the drinks are gone. For me.
Yeah.
Okay, the drinks won't be gone until like deep in, so you guys will stay down there long enough. Um, I should probably explain what this guy looks like more. He looks like a man, actually a lot or really old. Kind of
Get more.
what's the word I'm looking for? Not really senile, but you could imagine on the verge of being senile.
Mm.
Like gray hair, definitely bald. Like maybe got the Bernie look going with like the hair's just like jutting out of the side kind of crazily. And he's kind of like not limping around, but he's staggering around trying to get all the drinks. So you'd imagine the stress he put him through was the most he's been through in like a whole year or so.
Oh man. I would help him with the drinks and everything if he'd let me. If that's what he looks like.
No. He wouldn't do it. Eventually, after a couple hours, some other folk come in. They look like they're farmers, kind of dirted, matted up clothes and such.
Anyone want to arm wrestle?
Give me a diplomacy check. And you see the way they come in and do it, they'll just have like 3 copper. Yeah, I think as you approach them, you're like, hey, you want to arm wrestle? Just this big old like
Oh, I just
6
kind of
and-
call out. I just kind of call out from wherever I'm sitting.
I mean, you've been in like a situation where like someone does something really awkwardly and people try not to look. I think they look for a moment, and go, ugh, and they just kind of like go try to find
Yeah,
something to
that's
do.
fair. Okay.
Big scary
There
work.
was-
It's gonna
Are those
kill
the
me.
same guys?
Not yet, no. But the ritual that they do is they don't even let the guy talk. They go over to him, poke him on the shoulder, and just put up copper.
Oh. Would have saved us a
And
lot of
he-
trouble.
Do we-
He
Any of us
figures it
need
out
to
from
have
there.
copper?
Probably
No. I'm back in all gold.
Yep.
not.
Too rich for this town.
And maybe after like an hour after that, someone relieves him. And she approaches you all, and he says, "So we have not seen this many travelers in one place at one time. What are you all doing here?"
Look at Captain Thatch and then Lewis, whoever talks first.
Oh. Well, we're just travelers. We happen to come across your town here. We're going to be leaving in the morning, but we're looking for a ship. You know where we could find one?
Sorry, I need to get the accent going again. Excuse me for a second. Well, I reckon if you're looking for a ship, you might want to look towards Bilibin. You see, we really don't get that many travelers out here.
Wait, that's where we were going, wasn't it?
Where did you come from?
Oh, we're on a trade agreement from Esterhold. We were just, coming up north a bit, and the wind and the battering sea actually had us come adrift a little bit. So we'll be on our way in the morning.
Well, you see, if you saw the lighthouse on your way over here, that's really the only seafaring anything we have to offer in this town. You'll want to find your way over to Bilibin if you're looking for that, though. You're pretty close to the edge of this little plot of land that you're on. Did you know that?
Oh, I did not. I'll take one of my
Hey,
maps out and kind of readjust some stuff.
Okay. Why don't you give me a cartography check then? So I
Oh.
know you have.
What's with the
Yeah.
old guy?
Ooh, and actually, she's looking at it and then says, "Wow, did you do this all yourself?"
Yeah, I've been trying to map out some of the areas around here. Figure the knowledge could be useful to anyone who's seafaring.
I see. And don't mind Otis. We give him a job to do so he doesn't go and find himself and get himself lost in a ditch. The area out here isn't too kind to folk that travel outside of, you know, town or lights. We end up holding ourselves. Well, excuse me. We kind of fend for our own out here, but she kind of points at the map and she says, "Well, if you could think about Esterhold, just north of it is Billivan, and so." And she's kind of trying to explain it to you, and you kind of you get the idea that you're around here.
Like on the little tip of this area here.
Not quite on the tip, but maybe like
Between the eyes.
there.
Okay. Nice. So then Belbin would just be further west,
Southwest.
southwest. Okay.
Yeah, this was your destination.
Ah, I see. Well, I thank you for your information. I'll make sure to write that into the map here, and I'll just do whatever.
Cool.
So I kind of raise my eyebrow and I say, "Well, so what you're saying is there's trouble out there."
Oh, there's always trouble out there, huh? And there are a lot of places around here that
Where?
nature decides. I'm sorry.
So, where should we avoid?
Oh, well, I imagine if you stay on the road, you won't run into too many things, but goblins around here have been getting a lot more active as of late. You can kind of scare them off, but they've been kind of growing in number recently.
That sounds weird. But thank you. I appreciate it.
You can actually say that if you want.
I did. I didn't think anyone
No.
heard me, so I just wanted to make it clear.
Well, no, just say it. Just say it.
I
Sounds
It's
like
all good. There you
Oh, what'd you say?
go.
what?
Nothing. I thought I heard something. Well, again, thank you for the wise words.
No worries. And I assume Otis took care of the payment for your rooms?
Let's just say that works out.
Okay, and she kind of goes to like a ledger, and her brows furrow, and she starts to get in a conversation with Otis, and kind of like the like, Otis, you didn't do this again. What did I tell you about? And she's kind of going off on him,
How she?
but he doesn't. He's just kind of like blank staring at the ledger, as like she's just like kind of waving her arms around.
Well, this place is fucking weird.
I think it's kind of charming.
Not my type of place.
If you guys are looking to get some sleep, I'm gonna go set up outside, and we can meet in the morning.
That sounds good to me.
All right. Well, I'll head outside then. Same thing with my hammock. I'll just chill.
Drink for a little while longer and then go find a room. Not too sure what room is ours, but I just kind of try to figure that out.
Yeah, you find a room. Honestly, you just kind of go for one, and no one challenges you. You set yourself in it. The beds are kind of crappy. In fact, why don't you give me a luck roll, Korak?
What do I roll for that?
Just give me a d20. So you take off your boots, you put your axe against like a thing, and maybe as you go to lie down,
Do I break it?
you hear "Yeah," and a snap,
I do break it. That's awesome.
and the bedpost just completely like fold out as you go from being like 2 feet off the ground to on the floor. And I think it kind of like echoes throughout the building.
No one heard that.
I'm still at the bar.
Oh, I
I
heard
kind of
that.
just dart my head back at the rooms. What the?
I'm looking at the door like, no one heard that. Alright, and then I just kind of try to sleep on like what's left.
Okay, yeah, no, you give up and just sleep on the floor.
I
At
don't
this
know how to
point.
fix this, and I don't want to talk to anyone.
Yeah. So yeah, there's just kind of like hay that's just scattered around the room that you were resting on, and they don't have enough money to get feathers. We'll put it that way, or a feather bed, if you know what I mean. Actually, I'm not even sure how mattresses used to work back then. Actually, they didn't. It was just like flat with like cloth on it, huh?
I don't know.
I'm gonna wake
Yeah,
up tomorrow with my back kind of not feeling right.
Yeah, I'll do more research into that. You set up outside, Lewis, and you're just kind of sitting there enjoying the breeze over you. Rest of you, are you guys gonna do anything before you go to
Nope.
sleep?
Go to bed. Forget today ever happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Lewis, why don't you give me a perception check?
Oh no.
Okay.
Rabble, rabble, rabble.
That's my high perception. Actually, let me take care of one thing real quick because I meant to add this to. This work? No.
Am I dead again? Is the fucking dire bat just gonna swoop down?
God no. God. I think as you're sleeping, you haven't had like the sense of nature being around you, so hearing crickets and just hearing the wind over the grass is really, really soothing and hypnotic. And maybe at some point in the middle of the night, that hypnotic trance that you're in kind of snaps you out of it. And you can hear off in the distance some moving. And what language is it? Sorry, I'm just going to look at your character sheet for a second.
Okay.
Dothraki.
You hear. It's not really like. Actually, it would be loud and it's off in the distance. You just hear. As like
Damn
maybe
it.
3 or 4 are just going back and forth between each other. But it's actually pretty far off. You can't see where it's coming from.
Right.
And as
said
long
it's
as you don't
pretty
make
f-
actions. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
As long as
So-
you don't make actions, it is passing. And it's just it's going in a direction.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I want to be, on guard, but I'm not going to do anything if they're not actually, like, coming towards me.
Okay, cool. All right, so that sound passes. I think at one point, you do also hear like an even deeper version that doesn't actually sound because you can piece it together. These are probably goblins. A much deeper voice. That's guttural. That's with them.
Mm.
But it passes. And it keeps going on. And you manage to find yourself going back to sleep eventually.
Very well.
Hour 2. More goblins come.
Well, that was like 3 hours into the night. It turns day. You all wake up. I don't know
I'll
if you
head
guys
back
are
to
like.
the town and try to meet up with everyone then.
Sure. Maybe as you're. Actually, yeah. No, sorry. Carry on.
So,
I'd just be like downstairs in the tavern eating.
My back is killing me. Oh God, that was not a good sleep.
Why'd you have a problem?
No reason.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah, no reason.
I sense
So
a
your
disturbance in the
meal for the morning, stale bread, some potatoes, some
Ugh.
corn,
Ugh.
watered down ale because ale is a lot safer to drink than water.
Ugh.
This ale is shit.
Ale is life.
Wait, how far would we be from the lake or from the sea?
At this point, you walked maybe 4 hours.
Oh,
You'd say about
damn.
10 miles.
Okay, never mind.
Also, I want to point out, I don't know why this pops up on Warship, but
um,
I'm just gonna leave this as your guys' token.
okay.
Guys,
What the fuck?
we're about here.
So the town that we're going to, is it on the coast?
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Okay. Well, I'll
And
say
it-
to the guys then, if you want to get a real meal, we could walk down to the coast and I could get us some fish. We could cook it up and then head our way, down the line, down the sea.
Sure.
It is still pretty far out though. In order for you to actually maybe you could find an errant crab that got pushed up along the coast, but
I mean, I figure we need to hit the coast anyway if we're gonna see the town. So
okay, true. That travel though, doing out in your head, especially from here, it's half of this. So 170 miles.
what?
It's still quite a bit of a travel.
I would suggest we just get moving.
Yeah, I think I may have miscalculated the distance that we traveled yesterday. Let's just be on our merry way.
Yeah, let's stick to the path. I don't want to run into any quote unquote trouble.
Oh, speaking of trouble, I heard. Remember the barkeep? The patron yesterday was mentioning goblins. I actually heard a couple yesterday. They were traveling with something that appeared to be much larger than your average goblin.
Sounds like fun. Let's go fight it.
All in favor?
No, we're not going to go fight little goblins. Who cares? Let's get to town.
Fine.
Aye, aye, Captain.
You guys continue on the path. As you're kind of going along,
Oh wait,
yeah,
should I be sending you spells?
yeah, you should.
Okay, hold on, let me actually do that then. You can keep going. I'm just gonna.
I think as you guys are traveling, though, you didn't quite hear it because it was pretty far in the distance, but where you're traveling, you see a lot of smoke coming up from
Which direction?
the direction that you guys are going down this trail, and maybe
Okay.
after about an hour or so, let's get some music going back again.
Uh-oh.
Where is it? No, it's nothing serious.
Is it still away from us?
Yeah. It's still like you could probably figure like half an hour distance, but you definitely see smoke. Here we go. We'll do this. This was old music, but whatever. It'll have to do. And maybe half an hour, you actually see what used to be a large farmhouse actually completely burned out, and a lot of the crops are still getting completely cleaned out with some dead bodies out in front.
Want to go investigate, see how they died.
Okay. You get up to one of the bodies, and yeah, the wounds are still extremely fresh. The body wasn't torched out by the fire. It looks like there are just giant tear wounds out from like the guy's chest, and that his neck is just completely opened up.
Nice.
Like,
Ugh, nasty shit.
yeah, like give me a perception check.
I'm away from my computer. You can check my character sheet, but I think it's a +9 or +7 to roll the
Everyone?
No, just him because he's the only one investigating. All right, cool. 22. You would imagine, and you've seen a wound before. You've been in your fair share of fights. That it looks like it would have been a maw going over this guy's neck and ripping it out, essentially, like a canine creature.
Want to relay that info to the party so that they know what happened.
And you look over to
What-
the other body with hack and slash wounds and some. They look like twigs, but they are really just arrows sticking out of the other one.
Assume
Is he
this
back
has
already?
something to do with the goblins.
Quite possibly.
I think we should scavenge what we can from here and just continue on our way.
Is the house like burnt or building like burned down, or like is it still standing?
It's pretty much collapsed at this point, as well as a lot of the crops. Like, you can actually see a pretty far distance now because the fire's only just been keeping on spreading, essentially.
I want to poke around a little bit in the wreckage of the building, see if I can find anything.
Okay. Let's see what has still remained. A decent amount, honestly. So you get up to it. A lot of the wood that actually used to keep the building standing is still hot from, and charred up from fire. You can't necessarily get access to too much. What are you looking for specifically?
I mean, just anything shiny, any food that might have miraculously been untouched. I don't know.
Oh
Just, like-
no, yeah, no. You can't really find food, honestly.
Is there anything shiny? Also, is what I'd be looking for. Yeah, I don't know. Just anything.
The only
that-
shiny would just be the errant rocks that have been scattered from.
Ugh.
What kind of
The,
crops are these?
These would be more so like wheat, corn, and let's see. Yeah, wheat, corn, potatoes. Corn
Yeah,
is like
I give
the
up
most
then.
expensive crop they could get, but they need
Can't
some.
Can't find anything that looks too interesting, so I'll just stop.
I'll try to take some crops with me.
All right. Well, how many of them would you like to take? You're not entirely sure if it's been finished.
I have
You-
a
you-
bag of holding. I have a bag of holding.
You do have a bag of holding. Good for you. Shit, someone actually did it. Why don't you give me a perception check then, Pan?
All right.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? A lot of it's burned out, but you can find some ears of corn that still have like the leaves around it. You could pick them up.
Okay.
We'll say you get about like 4 or 5 of them.
Nice.
Full like.
How much do they weigh?
Yeah. I was thinking you could figure that. Mr.
Okay,
Cook.
I'll do that.
So what do you plan to do with this this corn?
It's a husk. That's what it is. Yeah, you get 4 or 5 husks. Wait.
Well, you could eat it. You throw it at people. Probably throw it at people.
I like that.
Sounds like a very sound plan.
Worst comes to worst, we'll eat it. But I feel like it's nice to have. I feel like we might as well finish the job.
Interesting way to put it, but all right.
Well, you guys keep continuing on. Could we take like a little break just so I can gather my thoughts and get something situated for you guys?
Sure.
I'm gonna
maybe-
have